Seniors who are subjected to elder abuse are entitled to recover damages. Damages is a legal term that refers to financial or monetary compensation for harms and losses which flow directly from the abuse. In Canada, damages are broken down to either pecuniary or non-pecuniary. Pecuniary damages are perhaps easier for folks to understand. They're the type of damages that you can take a calculator to, the financial losses. What has the elderly person suffered financially as a result of abuse or neglect? Or what have they lost financially as a result of abuse or neglect? Common things include, medical treatment that they may require. Or if an elderly person is subjected to financial abuse and has lost a significant portion of their assets or estate, then that is a pecuniary loss. It's something that, the courts or lawyers or insurance companies can assess on a monetary basis. Non-pecuniary damages, general damages, pain and suffering, compensation, is in Canada dictated by precedent. What have courts afforded other elderly folks who have experienced similar hardships, and that would guide the appropriate amount of general damages applicable to compensating an elderly person for the wrongs that they've experienced. Ultimately, the amount of compensation owed to a victim of elder abuse will depend on their individual circumstances. How has that abuse affected them on a pure financial level? What money will they have to spend now that they wouldn't have otherwise had to spend? What losses have they suffered that they wouldn't have otherwise suffered financially? And what is the full extent of the hurt, the harm, the psychological harm, the physical harm, and how long will that last? In Canada, general damages or non-pecuniary damages are on a scale up to a limit of around $300,000. Lawyers who help elderly folks obtain compensation for abuse that they have experienced will often hire medical experts to assess the full extent of the harm and the severity of any long-term impacts. Or they can work with financial experts like actuaries to assess any particular financial impacts associated with abuse or neglect.